What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about how you can set up your business in 2025 the right way. So before we go ahead and jump into this video, I ask that you please subscribe to the channel. I'm all about helping you become the best version of yourself and giving you informative videos and topics that you can actually take into your life and make your life better. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the drawing board, and we're going to go ahead and get started. This is exciting. You've decided to actually start a business, but now you're thinking, where do I start? How do I start? There's too many things happening. Let me tell you, it's actually a lot more simpler than you think, but most people overcomplicate this all the time. So, number one thing, right? So now we're going to be doing business in 2025. Okay, now we are going to have some steps that we have to follow in order for us to be successful as we go on in the future of our business. The first thing, and actually the most important thing you need to focus on, is what is the business idea? Are you selling goods? Are you selling a service? It's going to be the most important thing is what are you going to be selling to people? And the best way to figure out what you truly want to do is solve a problem for people. That's why people will pay you. If you're going to offer them a good, a product, you want to make sure that it actually benefits people's lives, and that's what will allow you to be successful. If you have a service, it can be a lawn service, it can be a consulting service, you're providing them a result of the service based off of what they pay. This right here will give you a fundamental if you should do that business or not. And then within this realm, it also allows you to figure out, what are other people doing. You can check market research, check forums like Reddit, check Google, see if other people are doing this business idea and see how they're doing it. And you don't have to be the one who creates something brand new. You just have to ensure that you can provide a better either quality product or you can provide a better service for people to actually buy from you. So now that you figured out that of your business idea, now we move into our step two is now what is going to be the business name? A lot of people mess up because some people will say John's Laundromat, right? You got to think about it long term because you're going to be using this name long term. And you also don't want it to be too basic because the third step is going to be figuring out if the social media handles are available, your website's available. So pick out a unique name for your business that aligns with your actual business. Maybe the name has the service or product you're trying to sell, or it could be something very unique that allows you are as a business owner, as a business that you're trying to see going forward. Yes, in the future you can rebrand your business, but that's a whole separate topic. But for now, pick out a name that you actually believe in because this is going to be a name that you are going to have as your business. And really, step 2 and 3 are kind of the same because website name, you kind of have to base your name based off if you're actually available for your website and your social media handles, because a lot of your marketing is going to be happening in these platforms. So really, these are all connected together and you have to work with them to figure out, hey, whatever name you're going to pick, use tools for your website names like domain checker, see if that's available. If it is, grab it. A domain is very important because that is what, $10, and that allows you to secure you to have a domain that you can then drive your traffic of people to it. So figure out what's available and pick out a name, because nobody wants to have a name where it's like, Cindy's apartment complex XXX, etc., whatever the name falls into. No one needs that. Everybody wants to look at a very clean cut name, and if you can find that, it makes things a lot easier as you move along. So 2 and 3, you figured out a name, you figured out that it's available on the website domain, you figured out that the social media handles are available. Now you want to go legit. A lot of people, this is the step that they miss, is legal structure. So a lot of people want to start a business, but they do not make them separate from their personal life. Having these legal structures actually saves you down the line. So depending where you are in, if you're in the United States, every single state has their own rules and regulations. Check your state's website on figuring out the legal structure. But I know here in Florida, we have the options of an LLC or an S corporation. Now you may ask, Faraz, why should I have these at all? S corporation, LLC, what is that? Why should I have it? So I'll give you an example. Let's say you are providing a good or a service and you have a customer or a client that is not satisfactory with your product or service, and guess what they decide to do? Take legal action against you. If you don't have either a LLC or an S corp under your business, they are coming after you personally. So if you, whoever you are, they're coming after you, and they will know where you live. They'll come after your assets. Your personal bank accounts are held liable in court. How do we protect this, Faraz? We set up an LLC or an S corporation. LLC, this is good for individuals that are either going to be sole proprietors or they're going to have a business partner. This is going to give you good structure. This will allow you to open up separate bank accounts, business credit lines, even get you a EIN, which is going to be for tax purposes. Basically setting yourself up to take the first step that, hey, I'm just not one individual, I am now a business, and this is going to be legit. Or you can go down the route of an S Corp. S Corp has its own benefits. And essentially, the way to do this is if you are generating anywhere from 30 to 40K a month in revenue, it is actually beneficial for you to set up an S corporation. Because the tax benefits are great. You actually get to pay less taxes as employee taxes, payroll taxes, and actually take back more money. And it's perfectly fine. If you start off with an LLC, you can always convert it to an S corporation. But again, make sure you check with your state's legal requirements and how they want everything done. But this is going to be your essential structure here. And you may be wondering, Faraz, okay, what do I go for? I have zero revenue, I'm just starting off. My recommendation, go with an LLC. LLCs are going to be great. You can actually do them all on your own. I know there's legal services that you can pay to do them for you, but trust me, do it on your own, save the money, learn the process. It'll take 30 minutes or less. You can either do it online or do it via mail it in, depending on your requirements of the state, and do it on your own. And you'll be that much better. Now, we've gotten the legal structure, which is very important. Now we're going to figure out, set up our online presence, right? How are we going to figure out this type of product or service that we are going to provide to a customer is our online presence, because I think that's right. We'll go with it, okay? Online presence. So this part here, we're in 2025. What worked 20 years ago does not work today. You don't see many people advertising in the newspapers, do you? No. You see a lot of your advertisements happening on social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, whatever it is. Pick 1 to 2 and focus primarily on those to really push what you're providing to your demographic of people. And the demographic of the people should have been in step number 1 when you were coming up with your business idea of who you're going to market for. Essentially, this is your preparation work that you should have done in step 1. And now you've narrowed it down on the type of content you're going to produce, the type of call to actions that you're going to have for your people. Because the best part about online presence is you can have your clients or your customers go from your social to your website where they get your actual full offer, and then they actually become a customer, a paying customer. So you want to have a direction of where they can go and get to your product or service, and making that easy. Building a personal brand will allow you to do that process there. So now, obviously, you're at a point that you're going to be setting up, which you've already picked out your social media presences. Now you want to start posting your content, 1 to 2 reels per day. You want to be pushing out your personal brand and building it. Why should people buy from you? Why should people not buy from that individual or that individual, but instead from you? You have to separate from the crowd. You don't have to have the most expensive product, the most cheapest product. You just have to be true to yourself. And what I have found to work the best with my clients that I coach and help and scale their businesses is that they are solving a problem for people. When you solve problem for the world, it always comes back in a good way for you. So figure that out, make your presence known, build a personal brand, and take people on that journey on why they should be buying from you. Now, step number 6 is going to be setting up your business tools. Now, many people are not going to need this in the beginning, but if you, let's say, are offering a service that requires you to have, calendars, you can use tools like Calendly, right? I believe that's how you spell it, but you get the point. You can use tools like that or set up an automated calendar for people to click on that link, set up time with you, and they can directly have a conversation via Zoom or Google Meet for you. You can either have project management tools. That way, if you have a team, you can make sure that all the work that you guys are getting done is being tracked. Or you can even have a CRM tool, depending on what you're selling. You may have a customer relational management tool. This could be Salesforce, this could be whatever that works for you. You want to figure out what are you going to be trying to do. But also, most importantly, you want to make sure that you actually have an email, right? Let's put this down. Is going to be actually an email, right? Emails are going to be very, very, very important. It's supposed to be a star, but it's fine. Emails can be very important because this can allow, all the emails that you're going to get from, let's say, your website, or individuals email you directly from social media platforms, and either for support or for them to actually reach out as in terms of your offer. So make sure that you have a business email, and you can do this via Google. And once you buy your domain from the previous steps, you can actually have an email tailored to it as well. So it'll be at whatever your business name.com. Instead of it being at gmail.com, it'll be at your business name.com. So that will make it a lot more professional, a lot more legit in terms of what you're doing for your business. So you figured out whatever business tools that you have. Now we move on to your actual offer. What is it that you are going to sell? Make the offer. Now, what are you going to be selling? Let's package it. Let's make a MVP, a minimal viable product. Don't go out there spending so much money on a product or service. No, you need to see, how can I get to the market as quick as possible and start getting feedback? So spend less money and get into the market entry quick, because a lot of people have great ideas. We've gone through these steps, and hey, your business idea may have been great, but now we test the waters and see if the public is actually reacting to it. You can do this in person, get some feedback. You can do this on social media platforms with your content, your personal branding, but you want to be quick, because why? You want to fail fast. And failure, oh my God, is such a negative term. No, it's not. Because when you're doing a business, the less money you sink in, the better you will be, the more profitable you will be. So you are essentially, if you're an individual doing this, you're bootstrapping your business idea. And you have a dream that you're pushing out, but people need to believe in that dream as well. And that's you get paying people. So you make a minimal viable product. This could be one offering, one product, something that you can start branding or start using as a tool to get out there and see what the people are thinking about. If they love it, amazing. Get feedback and make a better version. If they don't love it, see why they don't love it. What can you do better? And then go out there and try it again. But don't sink too much of your efforts trying to make it perfect, because if you try to make it perfect, there's never going to happen. So these are the steps. And the last step would be pretty much refine and repeat. Okay? That will be your final continuous improvement that you're always going to be doing. So now we've gone through our 8 steps on how to build a business in 2025. So as a recap, the first step is going to be your business idea, what problem you're trying to solve. Number 2 and number 3 go together. Figure out the business name, make sure it's unique, make sure the website name is available, make sure your social media handles are available. Number 4, extremely important, have a legal structure in place, either an LLC or an S corporation. Number 5, have an online presence, building out your social media platforms and focusing on them and what you want to start doing. Number 6, have business tools that can help you, AI, CRMs, whatever you want to do to help your business out, do it and use it. Number 7, what is the offer that you're going to be trying out and making sure that you have a MVP started in order to get feedback. And lastly, number 8 is refine and repeat the process continuously. So there you have it, guys, how to start a business in 2025. If you found this to be helpful, please go ahead and click on the thumbs up button of this video. If there are other topics that you do want to learn about when it comes to business, when it comes to either hiring the right people, how to scale a business, and you loved this approach, go ahead and drop a comment down below. I enjoyed it and I will continue doing it if you guys do. So would love to get some feedback from you guys and see if you liked it. Without further ado, this is the end. I will catch you guys all on the next one. Take care.